Stop wasting your energy on empty affirmations that never seem to manifest. If your current reality feels miles away from your dreams, it isn't because the universe is slow, and it isn't because you're not trying hard enough. It's because you haven't collapsed the gap. And you collapse it through feeling, not through repeating words you don't actually believe yet. I'm going to show you exactly how to do that today, using a technique that's over 100 years old, hiding inside a book that most people skim past without even using. You don't attract what you want. You attract what your vibrational match for, and no amount of positive words can fake that match. Let's talk about the gap. That space between where you are right now and where you want to be. The version of you with that calm bank account, the healed body, the relationship that feels easy. You can see her. You can practically taste it, and yet there she stays, frustratingly out of reach, like it's on the other side of glass. Here's the shift. And I want you to make that shift today. That gap isn't a physical barrier. It's not time. It's not luck. It's not other people standing in your way. It's simply a psychological construct. A story about a distance that only exists because you keep rehearsing the absence of the thing instead of the presence of it. Think about that for just a second. Every time you say, I want more money, you're energetically broadcasting lack. And every time you say, I hope this relationship gets better, you're broadcasting doubt. The subconscious mind doesn't hear your hope. It hears your evidence. And right now, the evidence you're offering is that of absence. And this is where traditional affirmations quietly fail people, not because affirmations are nonsense, but because words without an emotional charge behind them create resistance instead of alignment. And you can say, I am wealthy, I am wealthy, I'm wealthy into a mirror every morning for a year. But if some part of you flinches when you say it, if there is no feeling underneath the sentence, then your nervous system files it away as a lie. And you cannot manifest from a place that your own body doesn't believe. The subconscious doesn't respond to logic. It responds to whatever feels most real to it in the moment. And your job is to make sure that the wish is not a wanting. So how do we actually do that? And this is where Charles Haanel's master key system becomes so useful, because nearly 100 years ago, before neuroscience caught up, Haanel was teaching people how to use focused mental imagery to trigger a real physiological response, and not visualization as a vague daydream. Visualization as rehearsal. Your nervous system, remarkably so, it doesn't fully distinguish between a vividly imagined experience and a lived one. For example, elite athletes, they've used this for decades, mentally rehearsing the exact motion of the perfect shot until the body learns it before it ever's physically practiced. So you're going to do the same thing, except the shot is your wish fulfilled. Here's how to begin. Stop asking for more money or better relationship. Those are vague, and vague does not have a frequency that you can tune into. get specific. What does the fulfilled wish actually feel like? Moment by moment, not the goal, the feeling underneath the goal. Is it a feeling of security, ease, being chosen, being enough? Find the precise emotional signature, because that signature is the actual frequency you're trying to anchor. Then, and this is the part that most people skip, well, almost everyone skips. Engage your senses, not just sight. What do you hear in that fulfilled version of your life? A particular song, a certain quiet, someone's voice saying something specific to you. And what do you feel against your skin? The weight of a new object? The warmth of the sun through a window that you don't currently have? The more senses you recruit, the more real the imagined state becomes to your nervous system, and the less real your current lack becomes by comparison. You're not trying to convince the universe, you are trying to convince yourself. Because once you believe it, the universe simply has no other option but to agree. This is the part that most people find hardest. So let me be honest with you about it. It's not a 5-minute exercise that you do once. It's about establishing a dominant inner climate, a baseline feeling state that stays steady even when your bank app or your group chat or your reflection in the mirror tries to tell you otherwise. Weather changes, climate does not. You're trying to control a fleeting mood. Don't. We're trying to build a climate so consistently warm that the occasional storm can't undo it. And here's what happens to you when you actually sustain that. And I mean actually, not performatively. The external world starts rearranging itself, not through magic and not overnight, through 1,000 small realignments you barely notice happening. You find yourself saying yes to things that you have said no to before, and no to the things that you used to feel obligated to do. Doors that felt locked will simply open, not because they're not locked anymore. Not because you force them open, but because you're no longer approaching them as someone who expects them to be locked, you see. That's the difference between forced action and inspired movement. Forced action is grinding towards that goal from a place of lack, pushing and straining, trying to manufacture proof before you feel worthy of it. Inspired movement, on the other hand, it's what happens naturally. Once the inner and the outer worlds are no longer arguing with each other. It doesn't feel like effort. It feels like following something that you've already had in motion. You'll know when the gap has actually closed, when the goal stops feeling like something that you're chasing and it starts feeling like something you've already quietly become. So, here's what I want you to walk away with today. Not another affirmation to repeat without feeling. An instruction. Find the precise emotional signature of your wish fulfilled. Rehearse it with your senses, not just your thoughts. Hold it as your climate, not your weather. And let the collapsing of the gap be gradual and real and yours, instead of loud, forced, and borrowed from someone else's timeline. The distance was never as far as it looked. You just didn't tune into the frequency yet. Be easy with yourself. This is new. I'll see you next time. Love always.